I'd like to firstly acknowledge my parliamentary colleagues who are here with me this evening. We have Brian Doyle, the member for Campbelltown. I saw the member for Riverstone, Kevin Connolly, at the back there, with the member for Blue Mountains, Rosa Sage, and the member for Davidson, John O'Day, has joined us here tonight as well. So I want to thank them for their interest in ICT, the government's ICT strategy, and thank each of you for the interest and the work that you do. Tonight is an important milestone for the ICT strategy here in New South Wales, and it's also an important milestone for New South Wales tonight, as Martin has alluded to. So I won't keep you for long, so you can get away and watch our great victory later this evening. But can I say there are three things that I would like to cover. Firstly is why I believe that tonight is an important milestone for our ICT strategy here in New South Wales. Secondly, to talk a bit about the progress that we have made so far. And finally, just touch on, I guess, some of the things that lie ahead and opportunities that lie ahead for our ICT strategy here in New South Wales. So let's start with why we're here. Tonight we're launching the New South Wales Public Sector Open Government Community of Practice. And I know that not everyone here is a technology buff, and that's all a bit of a mouthful. So what does that mean? The goal of open government is basically about opening up the resources of government, not locking them away. And that's why tonight's theme for the launch is transparency, collaboration, participation, and innovation. But how do we actually make this happen? And this is where technology helps make our goals a reality. As the Minister for IT, I recognise that the combination of IT and open government is a real game changer here in New South Wales. It changes the game by encouraging agencies to harness the opportunities provided by social media tools and networks. It changes the game by committing agencies to develop strategies to move to a more open and online government, to recognise the potential of online as default when delivering government services. And it changes the game because it encourages agencies to make government data more widely available to those who can exploit the potential of that data much better than we can. But just knowing about open government isn't enough. We have to make sure that we can deliver services, and this is why the community of practice is so important. Basically, it's a forum to share ideas and best practice within the public sector. It is a recognition that the real benefits will come when these principles are embedded in the day-to-day projects that the public sector deals with. And it is a testament to the spirit of collaboration that now exists between government agencies when it comes to IT. In short, the community of practice will change the game in terms of how we build in principles of open government into our technology landscape. But let's also recognise that while tonight's launch is an important step, it's just a step on a journey that has already begun. On your seats at your tables, you'll have found a copy of the report on open government in New South Wales, which Martin spoke of, which outlines the measures that we have already taken here in New South Wales. Some of these include producing guidelines on how we can better use social media, encouraging community consultation on the Have Your Say websites, and designing standards so our online content can keep pace with the mobile revolution. And when it comes to sharing data, we've also had great progress on that front as well. Our commuters now have access to real-time apps, providing transport and service information anywhere, anytime on their mobile device. We've encouraged the proactive release from government information on our websites, and we continue to drive data as a public resource by making location-based data available through initiatives like the New South Wales Globe. Government departments have also made progress when it comes to making their services more accessible. For example, the Department of Family and Community Services provides streaming online access to important resources through its Positive Ageing website. In the education space, people with English as a second language can now read the New South Wales Public Schools website through the Google Translate function. And Housing New South Wales now lets tenants submit maintenance requests 24/7 through their e-repair website. The bottom line is that our ICT strategy, which again just yesterday was hailed by the press as the leading in the nation, has put in place the foundations for changing the game in government technology. So where to next for ICT in New South Wales? Well, the next step for open government will be outlined in an update to the ICT strategy, which I will release later this year. I think we can do more with data, especially when it comes to driving efficiency, and I'd like to see more work done in that space. I also think we can engage the community better through digital platforms that should be a focus for Service New South Wales. And I expect my own portfolio to be leading the way as we move towards digital government. So ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the message here tonight is that ICT in New South Wales is a game changer, and the New South Wales public sector is leading the way. The key to achieving this, of course, is collaboration between agencies. So I encourage you very much to participate and make the change a more transparent and collaborative approach to service delivery together with your colleagues throughout government. I'm proud to officially launch the New South Wales Open Government Community of Practice, which will be a key to achieving and driving this change. Thank you very much.